You know, when you watch an action movie, you might expect a quick change of scenes. Maybe car exploding, shooting going on from a boat to another boat, or something in that area. But a whole movie about shootings from start to end in the same place. Now that's a little something new. Good morning, afternoon, evening, everyone. Hi, my name is Myra and welcome back to my channel. I know, it's been a while. I am sorry for, infinite lateness from my part. And I know that this movie came out like months ago, but I want to talk about it anyway because this intrigues me in ways more than one. I didn't think I'd ever enjoy a shootout movie quite like this one, and I've seen many action movies before. But I'll refrain from telling any details to you about my fangirling after I talk to you about a short preview of the movie. To tell you the truth, it's quite simple. There are two groups meeting for a massive gun deal. One group being the buyer and the other group being the seller. These two groups are being met by a connector, which happens to be one very smart, very calculating woman. I adore her to bits, but more on that later. Now when the deal happened, something suddenly came up. Something that both groups didn't count on, and that makes the whole deal go wrong. Henceforth, the shootout happened, and not surprisingly, the shootout stays until the end of the movie. And believe it or not, that is the gist of the movie. And believe it or not, that is the gist of the movie. It's short and simple, but trust me, you will be entertained when you watch it. And now, if you haven't watched it, stop now. I repeat, stop now. Okay, now I continue for more spoilers. For my first reaction, to be honest, I didn't know that I'll enjoy it or not. The beginning was somewhat long for me, and I don't mean that in the boring sense. It's trying to explain everything at once. And this beginning already involves a lot of characters. It was confusing at times. Sometimes I lost who's on which side. But after a while, the facts and the people starts to grow on me. And that's what makes the story interesting. The way the movie makers are able to keep the story going on even though the story isn't actually going anywhere. I hope you get what I mean. It's just mind-boggling. If it were any other action movie, maybe the constant gunfights would get a little bit awkward because movie makers might try too hard with the rapid gunfighting, but in this movie, they took their time. The dialogues are smart and witty and just makes the viewer enjoy every bit of the movie. Although the beginning part, when a gunfight broke and nobody was seriously injured, was quite obvious. I mean, come on. It was a short range fight and nobody was actually seriously injured or, died. Wee bit predictable for me. Like, I could tell that this would be one hell of a long fight. But I enjoyed it nevertheless, and I'm sure everyone in the audience enjoyed it too. The comedy is very spot on and I cannot stop laughing. Even I don't mind the gore. Even though I did look away when someone's head got crushed by a truck. Yeah. Also, the wild cards in this movie are very apt. And by wild cards, I mean the two main from opposite groups that suddenly knew each other and they were having a fight a day before and, became the reason of the gunfight. Also, when another two people broke out of nowhere and spoke about a traitor. And after all of this, I am still amazed at how can I just watch a single gunfight for 1.5 hours. Now, moving on to the characters. There are a lot of people at play in this movie, so I will just talk about the ones that stood up to me. The first person came to mind was the only girl in the bunch. The operative Justine, who is played by Brie Larson, and turns out to be the only person standing at the end of the movie. Her character is unique for me. Not only that she's one badass woman, but she's also smart, calculating, and Brie Larson just play her part beautifully. I just fangirl all over her. If she's not such a bad person, Justine would be my hero. The second most interesting character that I saw in this movie is Vernon. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Played by Charlton Copley. He's quirky, stupid, and somehow couldn't stand being dirty and germy all the time, even though he's in a gunfight, which doesn't make any freaking sense. And Charlton Copley played his part so perfectly. I just want to see him more and more on the screen. I knew him first at the brilliant yet crazy aviator Murdoch from the A-Team, and I have so much love for the A-Team, by the way. And he just wowed me every step of the way since, so I am so glad to see him in this movie, playing a character that was somewhat perfect for him. Well, Armie Hammer is also a treat. I adore him in Man from U.N.C.L.E, even though in this movie he didn't stand out much for me. He did play an important role though. All of the actors and actresses are playing individual and important roles which are fun to follow, which is why you should watch this movie. The plot might be simple, but you really want to sit down because of the characters, the dialogue, and of course the comedy. They are witty, fun, definitely things you want to watch when you need to see something fun and exciting wrapped in a great action sequences. Also, if you aren't squeamish, of course. So, that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to click that bell button and subscribe button and like and comment, like, and subscribe. You know, I sometimes have brain farts and it just lets out rainbow all the time. I don't know why. Yeah, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and don't forget to click that bell button besides the subscribe button so you will know when I upload something new. So, thank you again so much for watching, and as always, I will see you next time. Bye!